friends, today we are going to discuss some basic points of JavaScript as per CBSE Web Application Subject Code 803. So as per this, we'll discuss these few points. What is script language? Example of script language. What is the specialty of JavaScript? Advantages, disadvantages, and what are the main uses of JavaScript? So let's start with the first question, that is, what is JavaScript language? What is basically script language? Basically, script is a language which doesn't require any compilation. Say as example, if you go for C, C++, these languages require immediate compilation to execute the code written by the programmer. But in scripting language, it doesn't require, and that is why we can use it for client-side scripting in web technology. So that is why we can go for this special line, that computer language which command that file that is capable of being executed without compilation. Without compilation is very important point over here. Okay, so question number 2, example of script language. Yes, some of the example. Other than we are learning JavaScript, so obviously JavaScript is an example. Other than that, ASP, PHP, Perl, and very famous, this is one, Python also are the examples of scripting language. Now, specialty. What is the specialty of JavaScript out of these many scripting language or even other programming language? What is the what are the specialty of JavaScript? JavaScript is a very flexible and powerful programming language, right? How it is flexible? Why it is flexible? Because it is compatible with HTML, CSS. That means this HTML, most of the CBSE students they have completed HTML in their junior classes, even in class 11. So with CSS also they have completed, so they know better what is HTML, what is CSS. Now JavaScript in one language which very easily compatible with this type of, flexible with this type of other web designing markup language or cascading style code sheet languages. So in this situation, that is why we can say that JavaScript is good to use for web technology, as HTML is one of the most powerful part of web technology. Now question number next is advantages, some special advantages of JavaScript. This is, as we discussed few times, JavaScript is client-side language. We use this for, actually there are two categories. One is client-side scripting, other one is server-side scripting. So JavaScript, as it is, doesn't require any compilation to execute, so we can use, because when you are working from server, you means the website which is installed in server, and the client is using that installed website from that server, from their own machine, okay, by sending request. So that time it is easier to use something script language where JavaScript play its role very with very flexibility. Next is JavaScript is an easy language, easy to write. Those who understand HTML, it is very easy for them to understand JavaScript code. Comparatively fast, that is a part. If you know many other languages, scripting languages, then you can agree with this, it is fast or slow. But the extended functionality, no compilation needed, that as we repeat earlier also. Easy to debug, it is also very good point, easy to debug. And one most important part of JavaScript, it is platform independent. It is platform independent and event based programming. Platform independence means like it doesn't require any other software to run its own code in your machine. So that is why it is platform independent. Like as example, if you have Microsoft Word file, you have written some document, you get some document in Microsoft Word format, and in your machine Microsoft Word doesn't exist. So you need to set up the platform of Microsoft Word, Microsoft Office package to run that Word file. So that is the platform dependency. That is the platform dependency. That Word file required of Microsoft Office package only to run that file. But JavaScript doesn't have this type of dependency. So you can write anywhere, wherever Notepad exists, you can write the code in Notepad only in your machine, and you can run the code in that machine. So that is why it is platform independent, number one here. And next is event-based programming means it is event-based programming means it is event-based. Like if I click somewhere, like as example, I can say about submit button, right? Submit button. If I click on submit button in my form, then it will work. So this submit button, if you click here, then only rest of the work will start. So that is why it is an event which you need to access for the next part of your execution of the program. So that is why it is known as event based programming. Okay. Some of the disadvantages, obviously, like client-side security, there is an issue of client-side security, which we means as we go through the topic again and again, after a few topics we can understand what is security related issues may arise in JavaScript. As here it is already written very clearly that the code is viewable to the user. Okay, means if you have idea about Java and some other object oriented programming language, then you can understand better. But no issue, by the time when you will learn few topics, few points of JavaScript, after few days you can understand what is visibility or not visibility of code. So in some programming language, code are not visible as it is object based. So the code written in some other file, you are clicking in some other file to access that code, something like that, in short if I say. So this is the situation, but in JavaScript the code is visible, so security is less. And debugging facility issues are there, like in comparison obviously with other programming language. Is it clear? it is lack of debugging or most of easy to debug. Somewhere it was written earlier it is easy to debug. Okay. And here it is written that it is written somewhere, yes, easy to debug, right here it is written easy to debug, and now it is showing lack of debugging facility. Means what? It is not within the in comparison with other scripting programming language, because now Python we have. Python is most powerful, and the facilities like debugging facilities, fast or slow, this type of things are very helpful, very much flexible than other previous language. So that is why in comparison of your other language, now you can say lack of debugging facility in comparison. And another one is rendering. Rendering means you can store some value data, that we will discuss by the time. Okay, now what is the main use? This is the last point, last question of this small tutorial, that JavaScript is a client-side scripting language which is used for creating web pages. Then it is standalone language developed in Netscape. It is used when a web page is to be made dynamic. What is the concept of dynamic? These are very common points written, but what is the concept of dynamic? Like as example, you are accessing one website where you are getting a page to fill up a form, and when you click on the submit button, the data you feed it to that form going to the server side. So this is known as dynamic website, web page. Okay, so in this type of situation we need JavaScript. These are the main use of JavaScript. So thank you. With this we are going to end the topic of Class-XII. If you have any query, any question, must leave in this comment box. Thank you.